If you've ever laid in bed at 3 a.m., wide awake, doing math about how many hours of sleep you have left, if you fall asleep right now, you already know the feeling I'm talking about. Last week, I explained why that happens. Today, I'm walking you through exactly what to do about it. Quick recap, in case you missed last week's video. When you wake up at 3 a.m., your brain isn't broken, and I promise you, it isn't insomnia. Many people experience a natural dip in sleep pressure partway through the night. And for some people, that's the moment stress hormones like cortisol may already be rising ahead of schedule. It's your nervous system doing its job a little too early. But here's the thing, understanding why it happens is only half the equation. The other half is knowing what to actually do in that moment. Because what most people do by instinct may be the very thing making it harder to fall back asleep. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes. You wake up and the first thing you do is check the time. That single action can matter more than people realize. Looking at the clock may turn a passive wake-up into an active one. Your brain gets a data point. It's 3:22, and if I fall asleep in the next 10 minutes, I'll get 5 hours. Now you're not just awake, you're calculating. And once you're calculating, your nervous system may treat that mental math as a mild stressor, which can make it even harder to drift back off. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. If you've been doing this every night, it's not a personal failure. It's just a habit loop that's easy to fall into and hard to notice you're in. So the first practical step is simple, and it might sound almost too simple. Don't check the clock. If you can, turn your phone face down or turn your clock away from view before bed, so it's not even a temptation in the moment. Now, here's what may actually help once you're awake. Some people find a short, structured reset in that window more useful than trying to force sleep directly. One version of this involves 90 seconds of slow, deliberate breathing. In for 4 counts, hold for 4, out for 6. The idea isn't to fall asleep during those 90 seconds. It's to interrupt the mental spiral so your body has a chance to settle back into the rhythm it was already in. If breathing alone doesn't feel like enough, some people find a body scan helps too. Starting at your feet, you simply notice the weight of them against the mattress. Then slowly move your attention upward. Ankles, calves, knees, without trying to change anything, just noticing. By the time you reach your shoulders, many people find their mind has quieted without them forcing it to. Some people also find it may help to mentally close the loop on whatever thought pulled them awake in the first place. If your brain woke up mid-thought about tomorrow's to-do list, some people find it helpful to keep a notepad by the bed and jot down one line. Not to solve the problem, just to tell your brain, that's noted, we'll deal with it later. This isn't about productivity. It's about giving your brain permission to stop holding on to it. You are not broken if none of this works perfectly on the first try. This is a skill, and skills take repetition the same way any new habit does. The first few nights might feel awkward or ineffective. That's normal, not a sign you're doing it wrong. A few things research generally suggests are worth avoiding in that window. Bright light exposure, including phone screens, may signal to your body that it's time to be awake, which can work against you. Getting up to do something stimulating, like scrolling, checking email, or watching something engaging, may have the same effect, even if it feels relaxing in the moment. It's also worth avoiding the temptation to mentally argue with yourself about how much sleep you're losing. That calculation, more than the wake-up itself, is often what keeps people awake longest. Is staying in dim light and doing something quiet and low stimulation, like reading something calm, before returning to bed. If you're not back asleep after what feels like 20 to 30 minutes, some sleep researchers suggest getting up briefly. Now, not to solve the problem, just to tell your brain, that's noted, we'll deal with it later. This isn't about productivity. It's about giving your brain permission to stop holding on to it. You are not broken if none of this works perfectly on the first try. This is a skill, and skills take repetition. A few things research generally suggests are worth avoiding in that window. Bright light exposure, including phone screens, may signal to your body that it's time to be awake, which can work against you. Getting up to do something stimulating, like scrolling, or watching something engaging, may have the same effect. The goal is to avoid your bed becoming associated with lying awake and frustrated. I want to be honest with you. None of this is an overnight fix, and I'd be doing you a disservice if I promised it was. Sleep habits, especially ones tied to stress and nervous system patterns, tend to shift gradually rather than all at once. Some people notice a difference within a week or two of consistent practice. For others, it takes longer, and that's normal too. The goal isn't perfection on night one. This isn't something you do for a few weeks and move on from. It's something that becomes part of how you care for yourself every night from here forward. Here's the thing worth mentioning too. What's happening in your room matters just as much as what's happening in your head. A room that's too warm can make it harder to fall back asleep, since your body naturally cools down as part of falling asleep, and a warm room works against that. Blackout curtains or an eye mask can help if any light creeps in. Even small amounts of light from a hallway or a charging cable can be enough to signal to your brain that it's time to be alert. And if noise is a factor, a simple fan or white noise may help mask sounds that would otherwise pull you back to full awareness. None of these changes have to happen all at once either. Even one small adjustment to your room can make a real difference alongside everything else we've talked about. If sleep disruption is significantly affecting your daily life, your mood, your concentration, your relationships, that's always worth bringing to a doctor. I'm sharing what the research and many people's experience point to, but I'm an educator, not a clinician. And your own situation deserves a real conversation with someone who can look at the full picture. So here's the recap. Don't check the clock, try the 90-second breathing reset, or a body scan if your mind is racing. Jot down the loose thread if one thought is holding you hostage. Pay attention to your room's temperature and light, and give yourself grace if it takes a few nights or a few weeks to feel different. I want to ask you something in the comments. When you wake up at 3 a.m., what's the very first thing you usually do? Check the time? Reach for your phone? I read every single one, so tell me below. If this helped, the full sleep math loop breakdown is linked above, and there's a free 3 a.m. reset guide waiting for you if you want something to keep by your bed. Follow for more sleep science that actually makes sense. Sleep well? Visit sleepwellcalculator.com for more.